Hello all, welcome back students. So in this video we are going to see a very simple topic regarding tuples that we call nested tuple. Yeah, I understand that you could recollect some points from the list chapter, and as I told you that most of the concepts of list are directly derived in tuple. Only difference between list and tuple is list is of mutable type, tuple is of immutable type. That is the only major difference between list and tuple. Okay. Now, as you know that nested list is list inside list, that is a nested list. So simply tuple inside a tuple is called a nested tuple. Okay, fine. Now, let us discuss a simple nested tuple with normal indexing and everything. And then we may try to complicate things little bit just for logic development. Okay, we will see to that. Now, first of all, let me create a nested tuple. I will create it manually, of course, okay, not by the method of inserting one element at a time. That is not required in this. So let us create a really lengthy nested tuple. Suppose I have the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now let me create some nested tuple out of that. Suppose this is one nested tuple. Suppose this is one nested tuple. Let us have one more nested tuple in between, and for our simplicity case, let us enter some characters also in that. Okay, so it would be amalgamation of everything. Let us enter some decimal numbers also. Everything is accepted. Fine. Fine. Now, in case you might have forgotten how this traversing in a nested tuple works, let us just revise. 0, this entire nested tuple is considered to be one index. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Again, this entire tuple is considered to be a single index. 3, 4, and 5. So indexes will be 5. Now, what if I tell you I want to print only 3? So very simple. This is at which index? First index. 0, 1. Okay, this is at first index 1. Again the indexing will start from interior. Again this is 0 and 1. So if I tell you that I want to print 3, my code would be print t of, this is at which index? This entire element is at which index? 0 and 1. 1, and inside again 0, 1. So I think if I print 1 of 1, I will be able to have access to 3. And that is the case, correct? If I just type 1 of 0, I will be having access to 2, as you can see. If I only type 1, t of 1, so please remember, for the tuple, this is at 0th index, this is entirely at first index. So if I only type t of 1, then I think the entire second index 2, 3 will be printed, correct? Now, what if I require to print n? What if I require or have need to print or have access to n? Let us see. 0, 1, 2. This entire one is 3, correct? And out of that 0 and 1. So if I am not wrong, t of 3 of 1, correct? And I think I will have access to n, correct? What if I do 3 of 2? If second index is present, it will be printed. What if I do 3 of 3? Third index is definitely not present, so it will give a common message that you know that index is out of range. What if I only print t of 3? So the entire index will be printed. That means whatever is there at that third index will be printed. So that entire nested tuple will be printed easily. Correct? Now what if I want to print 7? What if I want to print 7? So 0, 1, 2, 3. This is entirely at fourth index. And where is 7? 0, 1, 2. So 4 of 2. If I print t of 4 of 2, I am pretty hopeful that I will be able to print 7. Correct? So I hope students this logic is entirely the same as we did for the list. Now let us try to make things little complicated. Now this is a classic example of level 1 nested tuple. Now what is level 1 nested tuple? That inside a main tuple I have few nested tuples. Correct. This is an example of level 1 nested tuple. That means inside the main tuple I have some nested tuples. Now let us go for level 2 nested tuple. Now what is the meaning of that? Inside a tuple we will have nested tuple. Inside that nested tuple we will also have one more nested tuple. So let us try to make things complicated. Let us say 444 333, done. Okay, now why this is important? Because many times in output prediction question this kind of things are asked. Okay, this is level 2 nested tuple. Now what is the meaning of level 1 nested tuple? Inside a tuple we will have few nested tuples, but in level 2 you can see inside the main tuple we have a nested tuple. Inside that nested tuple we again have one more nested tuple. Okay, now let us try to print all cases. Now suppose I do t of this is 0, just for your understanding case, this is at 0th index, this entire stuff is at first index, second index, third index, fourth index and fifth index. Now I am interested in mostly in the first index because I want to see what variations I can bring through. Okay, so first index if I am printing, I am pretty hopeful that everything will be printed first. Suppose I want to print 2, so you will say that sir it is not difficult, first index and 0th element, correct? Suppose I want to print 3, again no problem, 0th index inside the first index, this is 0th index, this entirely is the first index, this is the second index. So if I print t1 of 2, I am pretty sure that 3 will be printed. Okay, now let us talk about this. What if I do this? First t1 of 1, so t1 means this index, of 1 means 0 and 1, so entirely I think these things will be printed. Correct. Now what if I want to print only 444? So T1 means this is going to be printed, of 1 means this is going to be printed, of 0 if I am not wrong 444 will be printed. If I am not wrong 444 will be printed. And what if I want to print 333? Very simple, of 1 you can see 333 will be printed. So I hope students with this you are again doubly clear regarding how nested list level 1 level 2 works. Okay, just a minor reminder, first index, sorry, 0th index, first index, second index, third index, fourth index and fifth index. We normally know what we need to do for printing 7.76. 7.76 means 0 first, second, third index and 0 1 2. So t of 3 of 2 will print 7.76 if I am not wrong. 0 first, second and third. In third 0 1 and 2, so t 3 of 2 will print 7.76. okay, that is clear. But what if I want level 2 nested tuple? That tuple where we have a nested tuple and inside that again we have one more nested tuple. Okay, so I told you how to access that. This entire is first index, this is t1 of 0, this entire is t1 of 1, this is t1 of 2. But if I want to have access to 444, so t1 of 1 of 0, and if I want to have access to 333, t1 of 1 of 1. Okay, so I hope students you have a very better idea now regarding nested tuples and how to access its element. Okay, thank you. We will meet in the next video. Thank you and